Okay, this is Kevin's family wagon, the world's most expensive Cessna 180, a 1953 first year model Cessna 180. What serial number off the line?
311.
311. They tagged you. Don't they know you live here?
Yeah, I'm going to turn this back in, and this is like for free food discounts and all that kind of stuff.
Get some stuff at the
I got
FBO.
multiple hangers. This is worth at least a coffee.
So you've done a lot of work to this airplane. What are some of the features on this?
I've done so much work to this. So like you said, it's a 1953 180. I bought it from Joe Stansel, which is, he's the owner of Skywagons down there in Placerville. I bought it from him, oh gosh, 8-9 years ago now. And we've done virtually every mod that you can possibly think of, from new engine, new prop, titanium wheel, or titanium gear legs, the Wing X extensions with the Sportsman stall kit.
Okay, let's look at these. So here's the extension right here. All right.
So the wing extensions give you an additional 18 inches on both wing. Add the Sportsman, it gives you another huge amount. I'd like to say 3.5, 4 inches of leading edge, which overall with the Wing X and Sportsman gives you something like 13, 14 square feet of new wing.
Good Lord.
And it's massive. Of course, it has the big Fowler flaps, four notches.
You got gap seals on everything?
We've got gap seals that come with the entire kit. With the Sportsman now, when it came, it had a Horton. And we had...
stall fence, toll fence?
Yeah, we had the gap seals back here. And we removed them because you remove them with the Sportsman so you get airflow that actually make these things work a little better. With the Horton and whatnot, it's critical to have these. But again, we took those out for the Sportsman in particular.
And you got extra fuel? Looks like all the fuel you can...
the Monarch tanks. I have 91 gallons of fuel.
Holy cow.
It burns right at about, you can lean it out and get 10.5, 11 gallons an hour. The mod that Joe put on before I had it, he put the big baggage door here so that
because in 1953 they didn't have a baggage door at all. Yeah, I had one of these and I didn't have a baggage door.
And I changed the column in the inside, you know, where we've got basically the back seat that you're looking at now is the Selkirk extended baggage.
Right.
And we've got the Atlee Dodge sling seat back here, which comes out real easy,
super
real
lightweight.
nice and light. Yeah. And got
so
a nice
the original bulkhead would have been right back there at the liner, but you got it extended. Okay, shoulder harnesses.
Yep, the Bass inertia reel shoulder harnesses, the rosin visors.
Plus this.
Yep, because it's got a float kit. It's going on amphibs next summer.
Right.
I personally, when I get in these things, I like to turn my yokes upside down. Traditionally, they sit, you know, all the way around where they're down at your knees.
Oh, so yeah, like so you up there,
so you can see. Also, the 53 comes to where your radios are down low, and so we did the STC that you could put everything up high, change the column out so all your radios and whatnot. It's a basic IFR platform that I can get in and out. I did this entire panel about 6-7 years ago, and really just keeps me current with my instrument stuff. And then the Monarch tanks that you have over there, you can flip-flop back and forth between tanks for the auxiliary, but you can carry more fuel in here than I can fly with my bladder lasting.
Yes, yeah. And of course the float fittings for the float kit there. You haven't messed with floats on this yet, have you?
I haven't put it on floats. It goes on skis in the wintertime.
Okay.
Which you can see it's hydraulically plumbed for skis. It's got the stainless steel axle.
Now what do the hydraulics do on skis?
The skis basically, you put a smaller wheel on there, you pump the skis down just like you would be pumping gear on a regular retractable gear airplane. And the ski literally comes and rotates underneath the wheel itself. You fly with a set of 850x6s on it. But anyway, these are the steel axles. These are titanium gear legs. When I painted the aircraft, I wish they hadn't painted them because the titanium gear legs are pretty nice, but boy, they're stout and strong. It's got the P-Ponk up kit in there.
Reinforcement inside there.
Reinforcement. And then of course we put the MT prop on there.
Look at that. And
so when we did the engine, we put in we sent the old 0470 up to Steve Knopp at P-Ponk up there in Washington, and he did the 0470-50, which they call the Super Eagle. And it's hopped up as 285 horse carbureted engine.
Out of a carbureted engine, 285
horse. It climbs like a bat out of hell. And then of course, I had a 3-blade Mac on here. I've also done the, the 88-inch 2-blade seaplane prop. I'm a big fan of this MT. There's 800-900 hours on this MT. You can look at the leading edge. I beat the daylights out of this thing.
Yeah.
People say, well, I wonder what it's going to be like in the off-field terrain, you know, but I mean, you can see how immaculate this thing is. The new MT props are coming with a nickel leading edge.
Oh, this ain't even the nickel edge,
This isn't the nickel. This is stainless steel. So the nickel's even tougher, but you can see, I mean, You can see where we fly, and we fly hard with this sucker. But the neat thing about that MT compared to that big 83-inch Mac is that you instantly lose 40 pounds off the nose. So now all of a sudden your trim comes back to center, you're off the weight, you know, of the nose, and it just flies a lot lighter and crisper on control.
You got your,
and of course, the Sportsman
up there,
the Wing X, leading edge protector back here, baby bush wheel, everything's reinforced back there.
And you got more Vortilons down here.
Yeah, we got the VGs. With the STC now, with the VGs, they come on the vertical and underneath the horizontal, and of course the top. And so the VGs make a big difference just with control factor.
On all the flight controls. And what would you say, how does it make the controls feel different?
Just grabs that air like nobody's business, and you have really nice rudder and aileron authority for
at low speeds. At low speeds. And the all-important GoPro mount. We've seen some great videos from this perspective.
She's my baby. It's I say it's it's a 2015, 2016 version of a 1953 180. She lands easily here at 6,000 feet, under 200 feet.
Wow.
You know, last year's Oshkosh Stoll demo, we were landing at about 175, 180 feet there at Oshkosh. Here, comfortably running around with 15 gallons of fuel, obviously light. You're in and out of these places, you know, at 6,000 feet, easily under 200, 250 feet. Wow. At sea level, that changes. Obviously, you add more weight, that changes.
Sure.
But she's a workhorse. She's a working bush plane of Alaska, really. It's one of the main aircraft they're flying up there, 180, 185, the Beaver, of course. And there's nothing like it, you know. And then you get the Super Cub, which is even the next level of Stoll performance. But this is what they call the heavy touring class. And I'm sure proud of her. She's just, I'll probably never sell her. She's a baby to me.
Yeah, you can't now. You got too much into her. Stainless steel screw kit everywhere you look. Very nice.
Stainless steel screw kit is kind of a funny joke where
you
go and you get her painted, and you're spending $10,000 on a paint job, and they call and say, hey, for an extra $250 we can put stainless screws. You think, no, I'll save $250, put the rusty ones.
That's the way a typical cheap-ass pilot would be. The old rusty
I mean, stainless steel screws that cost me an extra $250. You already spent 10 grand on paint. There's a few things I could do even to make it a little lighter, you know. I'd like to take the interior out, this old, you know, this part, and the old heavier seats, but the seats are comfy. I did put in the nice vinyl here so I can pull this in, pull it out, clean it. It's real lightweight.
And the all-important locks, and there's the Aerostop lock. Keep your seats from sliding back on you.
But it's kind of neat, you know. You can see how big these flaps. You know, and the manual flaps on a 180 are critical for the sake that, you know, you get up to speed, you up on your wheels, bam, off you go. And of course, there's the old thing of three-pointers or wheel landings, and I land wheel landings every time, everywhere we go. It's always wheel landings.
Very good. Kevin Quinn's 1953 Cessna 180, just about every mod you could imagine in a Cessna 180. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Juan.